are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port, Tony's favorite day of the week.
Hell yeah, baby.
It is hump day.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great today, man. Got a lot going on. Excited. Hopefully the rain holds up today. Stoked to be here at the Sports Port today, that's for sure. Going to be a great day for downtime.
Latest on the weather forecast. Is it like, I know we were talking about maybe 3 rain, but like, is it like what percentage? Like, what's like the optimistic take on this?
Last I checked, 40% at 3, and then it goes up to, I think, like 60% by 5.
5, but it should only, it's 9, right? 9 holes.
Yeah, it's 9 holes. So you know, we'll be fine there probably.
You're basically best case. You're just hoping like maybe it's like sprinkling as you're finishing.
All right. So 3 p.m., 60% it says. 4 p.m., 70%, and then 5 p.m., 70%.
And is it one of those things everybody in the group saying, "Oh, don't worry about it, it'll be fine," or what?
I think
More or
that's
less.
everyone's mentality. Yes.
Yeah.
Which should be interesting, dude. Should be real interesting.
I'm tight. I can't golf till next week. You know, gonna be away this weekend. But gonna be nice weather next week. Did get my pitching wedge from the course.
Yesterday.
Yep.
There we go.
No problem right there. So just so nice to get that back. And I just like, and I've done a better job because this was, remember I was saying it was in the middle of the hole. It's usually my thing. And I think you were even there for it last year, where it's like right around the green, Barnes' sand wedge. Here it is. You know what I mean? So I've been better at that, like really trying to put it in my sight. Also, I've done the golf glove trick too, because like your glove's right there. I mean, you're not gonna forget that.
Oh yeah,
most
true.
of the time. Anyway.
So what, you throw your glove on your club?
On the club, because then it's like, I mean, you're looking for your glove right away, so you're not gonna forget that your club's there.
True.
So yeah, I was just relieved for that. Just so excited for this golf season. Like I'm really like, I think I'm almost like pretty positive that, you know, last year the low was 80 at Gainer. Going
That's awesome.
for 78 this year. It's gonna be so hard.
Yeah.
But going full speed ahead.
How long do you think it takes you until you get that?
Midsummer. It's gonna take a while. Because I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, that's 104. But then again, like I'll probably play Gainer next week. I mean, I would think that I should be able to at least shoot like 90 there. But
do you know like what your average score is in a season? Do you have that calculated? Could you guess?
You know, I don't know if this will. The grip might show me. I don't know if I'm logged. Okay, yeah, I am logged in. Let's just see this for a second.
Oh yeah, we're diving deep here.
Saying I'm a 16 handicap.
Brian's world
scoring.
rankings.
Okay. So I think this is right, but it's saying my average score is 90.6. Yeah.
Okay.
Of all the scores that I've posted.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Over a couple year span. Yeah, and I think last year was probably a little lower than that, because that encompasses the previous years. Now, let's say, you know, weather doesn't get in the way. You're feeling pretty good out there. What are you anticipating for yourself today?
I mean, I would love to be sub 50.
Sub 50. So like
That'd
49,
solid, dude.
you're feeling pretty nice.
Oh, yeah. And I think that can work. Because again, you know, like got a day under my belt, kind of have a little bit more of a feel. It's just gonna suck with the rain, dude. Because Monday was actually really nice, honestly.
Right.
Like,
I mean, yeah, it was great.
Because it was just like overcast, slight breeze.
And what's the issue? Is it like everybody, like this is the only week everyone's like available? Like people can't do this afternoon stuff. Is that why like it hasn't been like moved to next week?
Yeah. So like, I mean, everyone I'm golfing with is basically either a grad assistant at SHU or works at SHU full time. So like this is spring break.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
I got you.
Yeah. So that's why like the afternoon during the weekday works for everyone. And like it's like during my class time too, so I had it blocked off already.
I got you.
It's what it's all about, dude.
It's so annoying when weather doesn't cooperate.
I know, dude. And they're talking already like makeup days next week, but it's like I can't
you can't do it.
No, because then once class actually, like I have class, class comes back again next week, and then I'm just like, there's no time.
When are they out for the year?
I think the last day of classes is May 6th.
Okay. So,
yeah.
I mean, at least that's on the horizon, Tony.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
What would you say chances
May
of
6th?
you taking out Domac in terms of like beating him?
Oh, pretty high right now. I mean,
Really?
I'm ahead of him by 3 strokes, I believe.
Oh, because of the handicap?
Yeah. So, which I don't think is that much of a difference. I have to double check, but yeah, right now I'm 3 strokes ahead of him. So I think today, definitely, dude.
Let's go. Yeah. You think next time, like if that happens, like outright, no like spreads, but just outright, next time he's in here, I mean, you think he's going to be like pretty heated?
Yeah, I think so, dude.
What do you think he'll say though? Honestly, if you had to like just give me a prediction, like what his reasoning would be, the 1 hole, the sand trap.
Yeah, definitely the blow up spot, just to play my best, whatever. And Tony was just making some great contact. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
I can see that. So funny.
And then I'm trying to think too, because I know I asked you a lot about this stuff the other day, but like out of everybody, was there like one like crazy shot somebody had, like long putt, long drive, sticking it within 5 feet from 100 yards out? Was there any of that?
Honestly, like not really, I guess.
From what because it was you were playing with Domac?
Yeah, so like we all like tried to play together. We played each hole like together.
Oh, because so 6 of you at one time?
Yeah.
Wow. Was there nobody else out there?
Not really.
Okay.
We had one other guy behind us. They were in a cart, so we had to play through,
And the course knew you were doing that, or you guys just like all went together? Like,
I mean, we asked for 2 threesomes like back to back tea times. So
okay. Yeah. But there was no they don't have rangers going around there.
I mean, are we like doing something bad? Is it gonna cause a problem? Like,
well, I mean, you're not supposed to go 6, you're not even supposed to go 5.
Really? Yeah, but we're 2.
No. But I'm just saying, like, if you like Sterling or something in Stanford, like you're probably kicked out. Honestly.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The guy rides around in the car all the time. You can't have 6 people on a hole. Especially walking. They would have a conniption, Tony. But Fairchild, anything goes. A crime could be committed out there and no one would know.
What are you trying to say, Brad?
I knew that was coming. But that's good stuff. So I hope the weather holds out for you this afternoon.
Yeah, me too, dude.
And I hope we get some good stories tomorrow about this round.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I'm just thinking too. So did they reschedule yesterday?
I think that they're trying to for next week, but again, like
no day you could go next week.
I mean, not really, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we'll see what can be worked out.
Yeah. And I feel like too, though,
it's
like
tough.
You pull some strings and it's like there's a chance of you cashing. You need a good performance. I think then you'll move some stuff around. Money talks, Tony. But everybody is jacked up, including our super fan, Michael Bukta. I don't know if there's any Buka this morning, but what do we got here?
All right, so we have in the house early and often calling out Domac, saying Celtics choked last night. And guess what? Tatum didn't get his free throws last night. Domac, you should sit on the couch because I was right all along, he says.
Wow.
And then he says, Barnes, you have no idea how badly I wanted to jump in front of the TV and did the L in front of Tatum's face when the foul was overturned.
I know, Michael. I know, believe me.
He's saying Celtics ain't winning it all this year. They're the 49ers of the NBA. Wow, if Domac was here, dude.
Tatum sucks. 4 times in a row last night. Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
Any response there? I mean, obviously it was a 17-point lead.
Right.
They blew it. I mean, is he justified there?
A Bukta, yeah, I would say so, dude.
Too.
I mean,
like it was like first half.
Again,
fourth quarter.
I mean, you're talking about like, I mean, Domac the past 2 weeks is saying how like the Celtics like they don't blow it, like they make it to the and then here they are like blowing a fourth quarter lead, like pretty substantially too. Like
it is
kind of tough, dude. Yeah. Matthew Gabriel in the house. He says, "Let's go, boys." Then Michael back at it. I hate Tatum so fucking much. You have no idea. He says D'Lo greater than Tatum, baby. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know if we could go there, Michael.
And then we have Josh B in the house with another let's go. He says, "What up, fam? Happy hump day." #TC, #SportsBoard, #DTV.
We know Josh B is pumped for golf, baseball, the stadium.
yeah.
He is juiced up. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. And then Michael, speaking of juiced up, says Tatum needs to go back to Stop and Shop and be the stock boy he used to be there.
Wow.
And then Danny V says, "What's up, fellas? Have a great show. Let's go, dude."
Good to have him with us. Josh B has left multiple clubs behind, and I know me and him have talked about that before.
Wow,
and
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I left a club or two,
Yeah.
or I got it after I'm in the cart when we played this fall with Jay.
Yeah, I've done it
definitely
once, dude. It's tough out there, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And then Matthew saying, "What's up to Bukta?" Saying Tatum is ass, dude. And what else? We have Bronx 718 saying, "Let's go Yankees, dude." Josh B saying, "What up to Matty G?" And then Bukta says there's a 22-point lead with 9 minutes left in the fourth.
As we progressed into the fourth quarter.
What an implosion, dude! Huh?
Yeah.
My gosh. But there we go. I think we're all caught up here.
We're all caught up. A lot of people with us, so we definitely appreciate that. Are you starving right now, Tony?
I wouldn't say starving, but I'm definitely a little hungry. Yeah, dude.
Anything today or no?
No, nothing today. You?
Me
Bar?
either. No, that's always after the show. The
Right.
hope is the coffee, but it's weird how like doing the same stuff, like eating wise and everything, like each day garners different results. Like sometimes fine, like I wait till after. Other times I'm like just like dreaming of the cutting wedge.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, no, I know how you're feeling. Like last night, we did a little gaming corner members only last night. So I didn't really have like a big dinner. So like because of that too, like definitely like woke up feeling hungry.
Yeah. And what was the deal with that? Did you guys like show it on like TikTok or anything? Or
YouTube only.
But like
members only.
Members only can see it on YouTube, right? Because I was looking for it and I didn't see it on like the page.
Right. Yeah. So like anyone could see it.
I don't know why. How come I couldn't?
If you go to our live videos, it'll be there. But you can't like click it. I mean, you can click into it. I think you get like maybe a little preview, but only members can view it.
Even after the fact.
Yeah. No, even after the fact.
Okay. Huh. I don't know why. I'm looking at this now and I don't see it.
No, yeah. So this, if you go to like, this is like our main channel. If you hit live, pops in right here. Yeah, there's Nintendo Switch Gaming Bonanza live on gameplay with the fans.
Isn't it weird?
Huh? Can you scroll down? There's like another video.
No. Crazy. You guys blocked me, I guess.
Yeah, it must be you, dude. When you commenting on our shows anymore, dude.
Talking about the Yankees. So tomorrow we'll start the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. So this is the 4th elevated event, I believe, is it 8 this season? A star-studded field. Just pulling this up 1 second here. So
there are 8 elevated events.
8 elevated events. So already halfway through. Obviously, major season around. So this resort has been hosting this tournament since 1974. The tournament started in 1966. And Riley, has talked in length, on the show how tough this course is.
Dude, crazy how tough it is.
Is there a flyover available?
That's what I'm looking up right now here. Bay Hill Golf Course flyover.
And while Tony's pulling that up, just to give you guys a history, besides, like I said, one of the toughest courses on the PGA Tour, very lengthy, 7,466, lots of water on the course as well. And the record score here, 23 under par, all the way back 1973.
Wow.
Last year, Kurt Kitayama, a name I don't even remember seeing him in any events this year, Tony.
No.
Like he probably has.
Maybe one.
I don't remember seeing him. But anyway, he won 9 under, which was 1 stroke clear of Harris English and Rory McIlroy. Scotty Scheffler won in 2022 at 5 under, 1 stroke clear of Tyrrell Hatton, Billy Horschel, and Victor Hovland. Bryson in 2021, when there was the big talk, driving the par 5 over the water. He won at 11 under, 1 stroke clear of Lee Westwood as the birds are chirping. I feel like we're at Augusta.
Right. How crazy is that?
Tyrrell Hatton, 2021, 4 under, 1 stroke clear of Mark Leishman. 2019, Francisco Molinari, 12 under, 2 strokes clear of Matt Fitzpatrick. 2018, Rory 18 under, which is pretty impressive here, which was 3 strokes clear of Bryson DeChambeau. And as it was last year, purse here is $20 million, with the winner's share being $3.6 million. Now, as you see this flyover, Tony, any initial thoughts on
Yes,
the course? A lot of traps, right?
tough first hole, dude. I know we're gonna go hole by hole here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because there wasn't a full video. They had that weird CGI one that we hate. But definitely a tough course. You know, a lot of bunkers around the green. That first hole, I had a heavy like dog leg left. Looks like hole 2 is a par 3 here. What color are we playing from? Green?
Yeah.
So 231, yeah, right, par 3.
And I almost think, no, that probably is it. But
you think so?
no, because sometimes like the tournament tees aren't even like on the.
Oh my God, really?
But a 231 par 3, that's probably what
this
it
is. A 434 par 4
Big
here.
water left.
A lot of water left, which is great because I slice. So that's nice. But I mean, the course is quite gorgeous, dude.
And it is very gorgeous.
Yeah.
The water, it just seems like it's always in pristine condition. By the way, I guess I'm dropping the ball. Kurt Kitayama has been in 5 tournaments, and had a top 10 at Waste Management. I mean, I guess I kind of remember seeing his name there.
That's probably the one time maybe I do recall.
Yeah.
But other than that,
you know, his last tournament was actually the Genesis. So he's like between 3 and 4 weeks since he last played tournament golf. Here's hole 4 here, par 5.
Holy cow, dude.
Quite lengthy.
Yeah, dude.
Would you take out one of the houses on the right side?
Actually, on the right side, possibly, dude. Let's see. There's this one. Where's that one? Honestly, probably this second one right here with the in-ground pool and the like little patio.
Right there.
Probably right in that window. Pop it right in the kitchen. Oh gosh, this is a tough one. Dude.
Yeah. And just such a it's crazy too. And I guess the thing is, you know, you don't want repetition, and there are some courses like you know, Torrey Pines, like Pebble Beach, where you know they'll have the same course host, you know, a regular tournament and then a major. But does this not have the feel that this should be like a U.S. Open?
Oh
course?
My God! Yeah, are you kidding me, dude?
I don't know if there's any way to work that in the rotation. I know,
dude,
for instance, Riviera hasn't hosted a U.S. Open in a while, and maybe it just hosted a PGA, but it's going to get back in the mix in a couple of years. So you never know. But that would be my thought here. Let's get a major to Bay Hill. Such a special place, and it's definitely one of those courses where you know, you want to check it off one of these days to get in around, to see it in person. I'm sure to go to this tournament would be amazing. And I've looked at prices before, as you can imagine, you know, through the proverbial roof, Tony, in terms of pricing. But,
oh my God, yeah, here, forget about it, dude.
One of like just layout wise, does it look like one of the tougher courses you've ever seen? Or
I mean, I don't see how it's not. I mean, I feel like every hole has a pretty significant like turn to it, you know, and a lot of obstacles, whether it's trees, bunkers, water hazards. You know, there's definitely a small margin for error here, it seems, on a lot of these holes. As we're looking at a 555-yard par 5. This one actually seems pretty clear so far. Just obviously, you know, water hazard on the left, but
hole 6. But is this the one that with Bryson?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
Look at the angle.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
feel like it is
because it's looping around, dude.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? That's crazy. And I will say, you know, probably one of the better flyover videos I've seen.
Yeah.
How it's separated is cool, and like the drone work is very nice, dude.
And it's not like a video game. Like
it's
actually
real.
Yeah, this is 100% that hole.
Right.
Wow. What a spectacle, Tony.
Would you? I mean, you're gonna go around, right? You're going around.
I think you have to hit it like 340 to cut it. You have to go.
That's
around.
crazy.
Yeah.
Does anyone else like take a shot at it?
Jeez, I mean, not that I remember.
No.
You know, I mean, I'm sure you know people have in the past, but it's just I think the whole thing is, you know, you're still gonna be in the rough. You don't want to lose a ball,
right?
So people, it's probably just, you know, you cut it a certain you know, amount. I would imagine. And in terms of TV coverage here, you're gonna get tomorrow from 2 to 6 on Golf Channel and Friday. And then over the weekend, you're going to have golf 12:30 to 2:30, and then NBC 2:30 to 6. And then we will have PGA Tour live coverage from 7:30 till 6 Thursday to Sunday. And of course, as always, featuring main feed, marquee groups, featured groups, in a featured whole feed. And I would imagine that part 5 will be one of those holes.
What you know what the weather report is for this weekend? I think we looked it up. It's pretty solid, right?
Last I checked, it was solid, but
80 and overcast.
I will check. And we do have a couple comments here. Matthew Ryan back from the dead.
Matthew Ryan back
said, how
from
about
the
Rangers?
dead,
LOL losers. How about the Devils? They fired their coach. They're not going to make the playoffs. What's up? Okay.
And I'm pretty sure the Devils lost last night. Did they not?
They lost last night.
Yeah, with their new coach.
With their new coach.
Yeah. So, what the fuck are we talking about, huh?
Yeah.
Matthew? And Nathan says, what's up, everybody? What's up, dude?
What up?
And yeah, dude.
Sorry,
can I go to the next
pump
hole?
for some golf, honestly.
I wish today was as nice as the weather in these videos, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
So,
the birds chirping.
No rain.
No rain.
And we're looking at partly sunny and 80 tomorrow, 82 and cloudy Friday, 87, Tony, on Saturday. So the golfers are going to be hot out there and cloudy, and then 78 and cloudy on Sunday. So pretty ideal there. And I just wanted to see too. Wow, Kev Dude late, but here.
Is that what he said?
No, I'm saying he's in the comments.
Oh, there we go. He says, we want the smoke. And what's up, Yankee boy? Shout out to Matty G. Big shout out to Mike and Tony as well.
Let's go.
Wow, dude. Shout out to Mike and Tony and Matty G.
And this stuff always changes, Tony. And they have the meter in terms of rain. But if you guys are a solid 2 hours, I think you can get by with maybe just little sprinkles. But you got to, did it take 2 hours last time?
Yeah.
So if you do that, I think it'll be good.
Knock on wood. And it was just tough because I'm filming, and it's if it's raining, I really can't
Well, you filmed last time?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
Got some great shots, dude. Especially because towards literally last hole we were on, sun was kind of coming down, golden hour looking. It was beautiful,
God,
dude. It was so nice.
That's awesome.
And the tee box is pretty high, on 18.
Yeah,
So it was nice.
Now is today supposed to be red again, or are you going black?
I don't know. I haven't taught. I would imagine red again.
Okay. Maybe front.
Yeah, because they told us you guys got to do the back. So we'll see.
Oh, when you were there last time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that just speeds things up.
Right.
If you want to actually continue with the holes, and then I will give everybody kind of the power rankings. We can do a little multitasking here. So looking at the power rankings, PGAtour.com, and like I said, I think it's almost of all the people on the PGA Tour, it's the full top 50, I think, is in this tournament. But so they're favoring here Scotty Scheffler, obviously won here a couple of years ago. Rory, a past champion as well. You have Patrick Cantlay, Sam Burns, Jason Day, Victor Hovland, Tommy Fleetwood, Xander Schauffele, Cam Young, Matt Fitzpatrick, Hideki Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth, Will Zalatoris, Ludwig Aubert, and Colin Morikawa. So there is a cut on this tournament. So low 50 in ties, as well as all golfers within 10 strokes to lead at midpoint. So the same type of situation that we saw at the Genesis. And then I was just gonna see here too. I know Shane Lowry, had gotten a sponsors exempt to get in. I just wanted to see if there was anybody, anybody else that I was missing that is in here. So just kind of looking at the bottom here. Okay, so Seamus Power is in. Webb Simpson is in. Nick Dunlap is in. The recently turned pro.
Very cool.
But really, I mean, it's all. I mean, you have like, for the most part, like the full top 60, couple golfers after that, and really in this whole tournament, Tony, there's only 4 or I guess 5 golfers outside of the top 100. So
Wow.
this is really, like we like to
That's
say,
dope.
the who's who of the golf world, which is great to see. And I can't wait to watch this tournament. So with all of that being said, Tony, I know this is a tough one to pick. What are you kind of thinking here?
I know I hate to go like chalk, I guess, but I mean, how do I not go with Scotty Scheffler? You said it to 1 here 2 years ago. I think was tied for 4th or maybe 7th last year too. And I know, dude, honestly, so tough because like you were saying too about the level of golfers that are in this tournament. I mean, I was looking at the pool of players this morning, last night. Crazy to try to choose a winner here because I feel like everyone's gonna be well rested, everyone's gonna be amped up. And I'm sure everyone knows too, like tough course, gonna have a lot of eyes on it. People are gonna try to prove themselves. So very tough, but again, I mean, you can't argue with the consistency of Scheffler right now. I know he has some issues, with his, with some aspects of his play, but I think he's great off the tee, which I think he's going to need here for a course like this. So give me Scotty. I don't know, dude. Maybe 7 under, 9 under.
Yeah, it's crazy if you look at it. Some guys, were pretty far under par, and I think it's like in recent years, they've made an effort to make the course even tougher.
And dude, there were some guys even that like their 4th round, they're like +2 even. I saw, crazy, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, and then any thoughts on a sleeper, or I could give you a second if you. Like.
I mean, does Aubert count as a sleeper? Yeah, Martin Lard. I think Martin Lard.
Is he in the field?
He is in the field, dude. I did see his name there. The Scotsman. Give me Lard.
And just so you know, it's not me copying you here, but I was well, first of all, actually, this is actually hilarious. You're gonna find this very funny. So initially going into this, just kind of a law of averages things, I was thinking Scheffler, but then I was like, well, we haven't heard from Aubert in a while, so just kind of ironic, but like I said, that thought was already there. So I am going to go with Aubert.
Nice, dude.
He hasn't played since the Genesis. Obviously was runner up at Pebble Beach, top 10 at the Farmers. So those were kind of his main things. Genesis, he was tied 19th. So I just know the talent he is.
Yeah.
And I think he's due to get the job done. So we're going to go with Ludwig Aubert.
That's funny. Great pick. I believe he was still an amateur when he played this tournament last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think he placed top 25, I want to say. Maybe. Have to double check.
And as my sleeper, somebody that we haven't heard much of recently, and what kind of got me thinking in this direction, I know everybody remembers because we were at the Horseshoe last year for the Canadian Open, and you had Nick Taylor and Tommy Fleetwood in that playoff, and of course, a huge putt for Taylor to win. But Tommy still looking, as a very established player in Europe, but has just not broken through yet on the PGA Tour. So I am going to put him out there as my sleeper, and it just because almost like what I was thinking with Scotty initially, and I know I pivoted off of that, but just the fact that I know he is a solid golfer. Last time out, top 10 at the Genesis, didn't have great results at the Century in Pebble Beach, 47-31. But I just think he's too talented not to break through, and we would lose a lot of golf balls on that hole.
Oh my God,
especially with the slice. You could see it
Murphy,
slicing into the bunker and then into the water. Definitely, par 3 too. Jeez.
What the?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's for sure. And the old 18, Tony. Wow. The effort, the precision on these videos is really unbelievable.
Very impressive, dude. By the way, I actually don't see Martin Lard in there.
Okay, so we'll do a
so
little
I
switch up.
may-
Yeah,
I
I was like,
may-
I don't think I.
I thought I did. Maybe I saw it from last year. Maybe. Can I take Dunlap? I guess he's gonna get torched, but give me Dunlap.
No, he honestly could win.
I
can
don't
see
know,
it.
dude. The difficulty of this course.
No, I mean it is tough. It definitely, is tough.
Beautiful wide fucking fairway here.
Boy, this is a par 4.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think you would shoot? Honestly, right now, you just teed it up there, no practice swings on this hole. I would be happy with a 6.
I was gonna say 7 or 8.
Yeah,
right. Like just
imagine not losing a ball.
6 would be great.
I mean, I feel like I'd have to aim towards the house,
right?
Play the slice, and just hope that it lands in the fairway.
Yeah, honestly, and then do that a couple more times.
Yeah. So that is Bay Hill, and
like that,
always an outstanding tournament. And we do have more comments. So what do we got here?
Yeah. Let's say Buck just says, Tony, me and you need to book Tatum a gig to audition for a role of Barbie. He says,
I think Margot Robbie,
an absolute fool. Obviously, dude, come on. And then Matthew Ryan says Scotty will win and the Rangers have not won anything in 70 years.
70 years, which is not true.
First of all, also not true. Yeah. And also, like, let's pump the fucking brakes here. Like, Devils are looking pretty bad right now, dude. Like,
in
really
the past,
bad.
Like 20 years, if the Devils made the playoffs, like maybe 3-4 times.
And the Rangers are looking great, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, yes, the last 2 games, but
against really good teams.
Really good teams. They were in it the whole way.
Yeah.
Yes. Should they have won one of them? Like I said yesterday, Matthew? Yes. But I think we will see quite the response in the Garden Saturday. The Blues. Really not expecting any issues there.
Yeah, Michael Buckner does say 30 years. Devils just fired their coach. He's on the same page as us.
Yeah.
Obviously, even though he's a Penguins fan, but he realizes Matthew Ryan, like, what Devils, what are you talking about, dude?
Saying,
Like,
get
that
out,
dude.
Talk out of here. So yeah, all good stuff, of course. And we will definitely update you guys, tomorrow with an update on the leaderboard there at Bay Hill. But like I said, definitely pumped to watch that. That's for sure. Devils are
fake, dude.
Devils are fake.
He also wants us to reverse and convert Domac to a Lakers fan.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think that can happen, dude.
Yeah. And then he says New Jersey, like taking a page out of Matthew Gabriel's book, says New Jersey fucking sucks ass as a state, which is obviously kind of funny. But anyway. Let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play. Stop it, Tony. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So spring training continuing on yesterday. We had the nationally televised game between the two locals, the Yankees and the Mets. And the Mets prevailing 5-4. And I would say for a spring training game was pretty exciting. I saw probably the first 3 or 4 innings, and then I think the last 2 when I was working out at the gym. Yankees had a chance late. Spencer Jones up, runners on. I forgot who was playing third for the Mets. I don't know who did it say played third yesterday.
I believe Bannon at the start, but it was this guy Bannon
he
that
made
came in.
a nice play.
Yeah.
Jones ripped one, and that pretty much. I think there was one more out after that, but the Yankees didn't get a hit. So that ended the game. So like I said, it was an exciting back and forth game. Mets, though, do get the W. And now both teams are 5-5 on the spring training slate. Tyler McGill in this one, 3 innings, no hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Saw on Twitter there was a lot of hype regarding Tyler McGill. Did you see any of the highlights or anything on his outing here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's having a phenomenal spring training.
1.13 ERA.
1.13 ERA. I believe over 8 innings pitched. He's given up only I think 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 13 strikeouts over those 8 innings. Of course, yesterday, 3 innings, he pitched 6 Ks, 2 walks, which he's had, those are the only 2 walks he's had during his couple starts here. So, like I said, I mean, he's looking great. I mean, his fastball is being located. His off-speed pitches seem to have great movement. The vertical movement, dude, is pretty significant. So, I mean, hey, man, I mean, this guy is someone who was touted, 2 years ago coming up in the league. I guess you could say was maybe forced thrown in the flames in terms of getting in the rotation, stuff like that. And maybe now, since he's had a couple years in the minors, up and down between the majors as well, maybe he kind of has what it takes to look pretty solid in a rotation. And of course, will be given the opportunity as well. Because we know now that Kadai isn't going to be starting in the rotation here. So he'll probably get that 5th spot. So, I mean, hopefully, I mean, he can kind of carry this over into the season.
Has it regarding him? Is this? I know, spring training, of course, and had the 4.7 ERA last season. But is this start to the spring got you excited for McGill? Maybe kind of thinking, well, maybe he could actually develop into something here.
Yeah, I mean, certainly excited. This is definitely his best spring training. Some of the best pitching I've seen in general from him, to be honest, too. So, yeah, you gotta be hyped. But you know what? I mean, you're still like, let's see, But yeah, dude, like I said, you probably feel the best about him going into a season than you ever did right now.
So, I mean, obviously, that's a start. Any juice for you on the Reed Foley immaculate inning?
No, dude.
You hate Reed Foley.
You kind of like he's trash, honestly. Like he's a reliever, he's been up and down, he's been a starter even a little bit too. He's never good. He always gets absolutely slammed, dude. So I mean, good for him, I guess, but like who the hell cares even anyway? Spring training. Like
I don't know. I mean, I feel like though he could be a good reliever. I don't know, just in a 1 inning scenario. You just like, no,
I've seen him so much already, and he's never good.
What's the problem? Is it location? Does he walk the park?
So many people, and then it's just hits after that. Like, yeah.
And any concern that Oswald Peraza, Anthony Volpe with steals off the McGill Alvarez combination?
I mean, I don't know, man. Fast runners, obviously. So you take that into account. McGill's a young pitcher. And then also Alvarez. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've seen him throw out some great players in last season specifically. So maybe it's something that McGill has to work on. And some pitchers just have that type of windup that's easy to kind of anticipate. And also that some windups give runners more time as well. So maybe something McGill can work on. Because I still think Alvarez is a great arm behind the plate. I mean, I don't think, that's not really an issue.
He does have a strong arm.
Yeah.
It was pretty, I think you would have found it kind of cool anyway. But during the game, I was watching at the office, kind of, I guess, first half of the game, but they had Alonso and Bader mic'd up at the same time. And I guess they were teammates at the University of Florida.
That's correct. Yes. They were making fun of their coach.
Yeah.
I did see that.
And then, you had Lindor and Alonso with doubles, which is obviously good for the Mets. Nimmo with a hit as well. And really all the damage in this game for the Mets, for the most part, done off of De Los Santos for the Yankees.
What do we got for him?
I was actually going to pull that up. So it's Yeri De Los Santos from the Dominican Republic. Looks like he was on the Pirates last season. Actually had a 3.33 ERA in 24 innings, but did not have it yesterday. And really cost the Yankees the game in this one. Clay Holmes did have a clean inning. I believe it was his spring debut. So obviously, going to return as the closer this year and has been really lights out since coming over to to the Yankees from the Pirates. And just stopping there for a second. Obviously with a closer, they say this, they've been saying this really since I started watching baseball, where you only remember, other than like Mariano Rivera, obviously, because he was just so great, but with closers, you only remember when they failed, not when they succeeded.
Right.
And I think at times, because he's gone through stretches where he's been ineffective, there's been some negative connotations regarding Clay Holmes, and it's hard being a fan because you have expectations and So I get confused in terms of like where he is amongst closers in the league. But would you say middle of the pack, inner third? Like, what do you think with Clay Holmes?
Current closers right now.
And you think a lot of them have changed hands over there. There's not a ton
of
like great
dude,
closers.
They really aren't. So I mean, definitely like top
10.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. You look at it last year, 24 saves, 2.86 earned run average. I think it was August when they were in the midst of that 9-game losing streak. Things kind of fell apart. But if you look at, since he's been a Yankee, 2021, 28 innings, 1.61, 2022, 2.54, and then last year, 2.86, while also striking out more than a batter per inning. So
there we go.
I think for him, it's to, when there are those outings where, he doesn't completely have it, it's just kind of like keeping things together, getting out of the inning best you can. But yeah, I think that his stuff is nasty. And I think he is, because there were some questions even this offseason. Like he's not a closer, but I think he is a closer.
Yeah.
Obviously, on the line this season. So I think they will watch with a mindful eye. But I think the Yankee organization, as far as I could tell, is very confident in Clay Holmes.
Yeah, I would be. I would feel great about it. Where do you think he's going to land in terms of like top 10 or whatever? You think he's going to remain in the top 10 closers? Because I feel like, you mentioned, a few closers, being, dealt to different teams, whatever. But it seems like maybe now so it's calmed down a little bit. No?
Yeah. I mean, I think
you still think top 10 easily?
I think outside chance at a top 5.
Yeah.
Honestly. And the whole thing too, he doesn't let the ball leave the yard.
Right.
2 home runs allowed in 63 innings last year, 2 home runs allowed in 63 innings the year before. So that's good stuff. And when you have a sinker, hard to kind of raise that up.
Oh yeah.
And elevate it for a home run. So he's going to play a big role for the Yankees. He will turn later this month 31 years old.
Wow.
Obviously originally drafted by the Pirates, and is scheduled for free agency after this season. So this is a big year for Clay Holmes. And really, other than that, from the game yesterday, it was nice to see Spencer Jones. I mentioned that he just missed that hit end of the game, but he also picked up another hit. He's been on fire this spring. Trent Grisham had 2 RBIs and a hit as well. And I think it was because David Cohn was on the broadcast with Carl Ravitch, and they were talking about how great to have Grisham in terms of the fact that he is a Gold Glove center fielder and has times where he's just on fire, like you saw against the Mets in the wild card series. So the fact too that you're not expecting him to play every day, maybe there's a chance you get as good of a production as possible out of him because it will be in smaller spurts.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. I mean, do you think he's gonna get a lot of PT?
The way that the Yankees work in terms of like off days, and then also unfortunately injuries, I would think he'll probably end up getting 400 at bats. I mean, what do you think?
Wow, yeah, I like that.
Because obviously a full-time player is between 6 and 7, provided that they don't get hurt. So I would think on average 2. I mean, definitely a start a week at least. Lots of defensive replacement late in the game with a lead,
right?
Coming in for Judge. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Still only 27 years old. I feel like the stash makes him look older than he actually is.
Definitely, it does that.
And then left-handed, so who knows? Maybe he could poke a couple over the fence there in right field. And from what you've seen, like a 198 average last year, is it like is it not no discipline at the plate? Like why has the average struggled so much? 184 the year before.
Wow.
And not that he was winning batting titles, but the year before 242. This day and age, 242 is fine. But how can he get back to that? I mean, I guess you look at it too, 154 strikeouts, 152 games. So I mean, that's part of an answer right there.
Dude.
Only 469 at bats too. So that's a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah.
So it's got to be discipline.
Yeah, and I think it's also like waiting for your pitch too, like that type of discipline. Like Not even like just the classic low and away slider, the movement can't handle it, but just like looking for your specific pitch that you can hit. I think helps batters tremendously, and a lot of young players specifically, I feel like don't do that. They're a little too angsty at the plate.
Yeah, yeah. Disciplines everything. Maybe, even though he was his teammate last year in San Diego, but maybe Juan Soto could help him out in that area. Tons of comments. And just skip down for a second and we'll go back up. I just wanted to get to my mother's comments there. I did talk to her earlier and I'm glad she reminded me. How about those Providence Friars defeated their former coach, Ed Cooley, former Fairfield coach as well. Michael, very familiar with him as well as you, Tony, who unexpectedly left to go to Georgetown. Way to go, Friars. A big win for Friar fans. Of course, the Friars right now, on the bubble for the NCAA tournament. We'll need to win some conference tournament games, 19 and 11, I believe. But of course, a game you got to win. They win both games against the former coach. So got to be happy about that. And I know my mom, I was just talking to her about it this morning. Very excited for this year's edition of New York Yankee baseball, as well as Michael Butka and Matthew Ryan.
Yeah, dude, there's a fight going on in these comments right now. It started, obviously, we talked about the Devils, so Buckta getting riled right there. And then Kev comes in hot saying Mets beat Yankees. Buckta says Yankees greater than Mets.
There we go.
And then Kev reiterates Met beat the Yankees.
Spring
Michael
training.
Buckta says, sorry, Tony Buddy, Yankees equals God, which is sacrilegious.
Let's go.
And then
Let's go.
Kev twice again. Yankees lost to the Mets. Yankees lost to the Mets. And then Bucket says, not in the World Series, buddy. And then Kev says, Yankees won't even make the World Series. And then says, Barnes, I think you might want to consider putting a star next to my last name like Josh B and Kev do have.
Isn't that a
it's a member?
star?
Yeah, member. They're members. Very exclusive club there. But anyone could join.
Anybody could join it. And maybe too, Michael Butka, a couple shekels fading the Celtics. I mean, that could pay for itself.
Oh, yeah, certainly, dude.
Yeah.
And then Kev says they got beat Baltimore first in the regular season. Yeah. And then he says, Buckta, we pay for the star. You got to join their channel. Kev's talking mad shit.
This summer.
We're taking Barnes out for shots and talking shit about Tatum.
I'm not sure me and Matthew are going to be having too many shots
dude.
this
The
summer.
fireball, dude. And then Matthew Ryan says, at Kev Dude spring training. Mets still suck. Kev Dude says, Matty G, you going to go to Mets tailgate May 2nd. And then he says, watch your mouth, Matty Ice, referring to Matthew Ryan, of course. And then he's asking you specifically, Brian, did you watch that loss yesterday?
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, caught most of the game.
Yeah.
And like I said, I can't wait for the regular season. That's why I said it yesterday. And I will continue to say it every day till opening day.
Michael Buckta says, to your mother, your son's a legend.
Very kind words.
And then Mrs. Barnaby says, yes, go Yankees.
She's riled.
Josh B says, we are special, LOL. And then Matthew Ryan says, Mets suck, Tony specifically. I mean, he's just tight, obviously. I know that, so I'm not even gonna respond.
Such a random thought here, but I was just thinking about like opening day and stuff. And obviously, when we go to the Yankees home opener, the train for Citi Field, is it like, have you ever taken the train there from Connecticut or no?
From Connecticut, no.
No. I mean, you think we have to drive, or what do you think?
I mean, when I went with Michael to the game 2 years, last year, whatever it was, yeah, we drove in.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could train. You could train. I have to figure out how. Obviously, into Grand Central.
Right. And then isn't it just Subway? Which.
Yeah. It's the Subway,
is it like an
Flushing,
hour?
though. No.
Look it up. Grand Central to Flushing. $50. Yeah. It's crazy, too. And, like Harlem isn't any closer than Grand Central is to Citi Field.
Going from Harlem instead of Grand Central. I mean, it may be a little
Harlem
bit closer.
To Flushing. No.
Yeah, no.
I guess you have a better like geographical sense there. But what do you think? I mean, is that you think we should just drive?
I mean, at that point, if it's going to take an hour to get in and an hour to get to Queens, it's 2 hours.
Kev Do says you have to take long. Check Penn to Citi Field. What's that? Because we could always Amtrak to Penn.
Oh, there we go. It's about the same.
56.
It's actually longer.
Okay. So I mean, we got time to figure it out, but you're basically looking at that. You're basically leaning on the driving there.
I mean, I hate to have us do that. I don't want to do that at all.
Well, actually, you know what? I say whatever. We'll just do the train. Like,
Right?
It's like,
We
because
gotta
it's
train
going
it.
to take up the whole day anyway.
It's going to take 2 hours to drive there regardless.
True. And the traffic after will be a nightmare.
Yes.
Okay, so let's think about this. So first pitch is at 1, right? So train from Stanford to Grand Central at 9.
Yeah.
And then we'll get there like around 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 9 the latest.
9
Even
the
do an
latest,
earlier
dude.
train, honestly, which is fine.
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30.
Yeah.
Done.
Consider it handled.
See, that's the one thing, Tony, you have to
Yeah.
admit. And I maybe did he say he was working on it, by the way, Cohen, train?
Yes, they are working on it, but we're talking
Okay.
probably years. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I couldn't imagine.
It's just crazy how like Yankee Stadium is just right there,
You're right
train.
there.
We don't have to worry about, but hey, we make it happen.
Yes, dude.
And are we talking for both games GoPro vlog?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to see what we can do for. Remember
If
when
we're
we went to Yankee
actually-
Stadium? They wouldn't let anything in, only our phones. If anything, we use our phones, I guess. That's
Okay,
that's
but
totally
you
fine,
could definitely
dude.
bring in a GoPro.
I feel like GoPro you can get away
Because
with.
we brought the. I mean, I went with Matt. Remember? Because that's how. We got that
yeah, that's
vlog.
right. That's right.
So
dude.
GoPro, you could put something together. pretty
Definitely.
quick, especially you
Yeah.
handling a camera.
Yeah.
Just meant to be. Meant to be.
Oh,
What
boy.
else we got here?
Matthew Ryan's continually talking shit. Tony, how about the Mets looking good spring training, but they will look awful. Take Tony, look at them lazy bum Mets, dude. He's honestly he's on one right now. The Devils got him on one,
The
dude.
Buka with Bucka.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. And then Kevin says the toilet bowl Yankee Stadium.
Oh my God.
Toilet
The
bowl.
misguided nature. Also, too, I have to say, really appreciate everybody who's with us right now. I would say for a non-Super Bowl preview show, this is probably around the most people we've had live at one time.
Yeah, I would say so. Pretty
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah. So awesome for that. Everybody's riled for opening day. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then Michael Buckus says Fenway Park is a toilet. And then also Matthew Ryan says, Kev, it's better than Citi Field, which is true. And we've had this discussion many times before. Also, did you see, I was thinking about this because he said Fenway, that Lucas Giolito, torn UCL, probably out for the season.
That's tough.
And basically, because I was listening to MLB Network Radio this morning, and they were saying basically if the Sox don't sign Snell or Montgomery, that pretty much they're tanking the season.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? I mean, they got to figure out how to pivot from that, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks a lot.
Yeah. I mean, but even if they do sign, I guess when it comes down to it, you think Snell's the better pitcher, right?
Yeah, I would trust Snell more.
But even if they do sign him, I mean, do they have a chance? Because who else is pitching for him? Brian Bayo?
It's supposed to be really good this
I
year.
mean, might as well put Salicata on the mound.
Oh my God, stop it.
But right, I mean, if you're the Red
Yeah.
Sox, though, would you shell out 200 for Snell? Or would you rather just have a
Probably
terrible
not.
year
You're
and
gonna
just
have
trade
to
off
tank.
Jansen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
I know. And I always say it. I want the Red Sox to be competitive. I want it to be interesting. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't want to just bury them every time. What's the fun of that? I want it to be to work for it.
Yeah,
To win, you want to go through the best, right? I
of
mean, that's
course.
just how it is. And then Kev says Matthew Ryan's smoking crack.
Yep.
Yankee Stadium is lit. Michael Bucka.
Kev Dude City Field is way better, and I had real Yankee fans tell me
Well,
that.
they're not real Yankee fans, so they must be
I
Met
don't
fans,
know.
Kev. And then Matthew Ryan wants to know, Tony, how are the Mets going to get another pitcher?
How are they? I mean, they may not, honestly. So
McGill. It's breakout year.
yeah, has to
If you had to put a percentage on it, the chances of Tyler McGill this year, sub 360 ERA, which would be over a run less than last season. Percentage that we get that.
be. I would say close to 50.
Okay.
Close to
so
a
there is
coin
some
toss.
optimism
Yeah,
there.
maybe 45,
Well, does he throw like 97, 98? Or
96, 97.
No? Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. And let's see here.
Michael wants to know, Barnes, where's the hat?
I mean, I don't wear a hat every show.
No.
What would you say? 70% of the time?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like as of recently, though, it hasn't been a ton.
Not a ton. The last couple days.
Yeah,
the
the days the hat,
horseshoe,
dude. The FanDuel.
The FanDuel. Right. So yeah, I'm so excited. First fantasy draft, 1 week from tomorrow.
Oh wow, dude. Let's go.
So Alvarez locked in, 20th round.
How many teams are you doing?
12. Oh,
No. Like how many do you have?
I'm doing 12.
No, stop it, dude.
I'm doing 3.
You're doing 3.
Yeah, and that's for baseball, because like football I could do 6 or 7, whatever. But
baseball's
baseball,
a lot.
3 is max.
Do you know auto drafts or anything? You're picking your own guys every league. You're all in on all of them.
No, my favorite thing, and I get people have different schedules. Some people, work a night shift. But I think you can't beat a fantasy draft. I guess Monday through Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
7:30. I mean, those days, sure, like the Rangers might be on or whatever, but I'm saying it's just like it's so exciting during the week to just have that to look forward to. So I am so excited. Next Thursday, can really sit down and focus on it. I don't have to be at Applebee's doing the draft. You know what I mean? Like it's the schedule is clear.
Have you been at Applebee's once during a draft?
Not Applebee's, but I've been definitely golfing for a fantasy football draft.
Oh my God, really?
Before. Yeah,
that's so tough.
And then just out. I was at it must have been for fantasy football as well. I was at Izu doing, so you can imagine how that team worked out.
What the hell, dude?
I think the internet is gonna break with how many comments. And I want to go to this one first. Matthew saying Kev Do just can't stand seeing all those championship flags around the stadium. As I feel like that was a pretty good impersonation of Matt.
Very good. Yeah, spot on.
So that is that.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited that in looking at today, Tony, Mets Astros today in Palm Beach.
Ho dog.
Have you done your research? Lineups, starting pitching.
The lineups were released this morning. Haven't looked at them. I can look at the
you got to get the MLB app back. I mean, I could take care of this for you if you want.
No, dude, nonsense. I have it right here.
Good pitching matchup, by the way.
Is that true? Who the Astros putting out there?
Valdez.
Okay, Quintana starting for the Mets.
Let's hear the lineup.
Don't have it in front of me. Where is it? Oh, there it is, dude. I haven't been on this app in a while. Take your time to load. All right, here we go, dude. Starting off for the Mets. Wow, dude. Tyrone Taylor leading off and playing center field. They have Lindor batting second, playing shortstop. Vientos batting third, getting some looks here to start at third base. Probably his first start in the field, I feel like, in spring training.
He's been DHing, yeah.
Yeah. DJ Stewart getting the start in right field. He's batting cleanup. Luke Voigt getting the start at first base. He's batting fifth. Then Beatty at sixth with DH. And then Trace Thompson, left field. He's been on absolute fire this spring training too. And then you have Omar Narvaez starting at the catching position. And we have Iglesias playing second base, dude.
Wow.
Batting ninth. So, I mean, pretty solid. Obviously not like almost the complete opposite of what your lineup was looking like yesterday, which is cool. See Luke Voigt at first base, too. I feel like he hasn't started at first.
Yeah,
maybe one start this spring training.
G-Man has been in there a lot.
Yeah, G-Man Troy has been, and he's been hitting really well, too.
I'm telling you, you got to keep him after spring training. He has to be on the active roster. I'm telling you, it'll be a game changer for the team.
Yeah,
fundamentally
sick,
sound, good guy, good teammate.
Nice swing, too. Very fluid.
Yeah. Expectations for Quintana. Obviously got hammered last time out. Second start?
I don't know. 2 innings, 1 earned run.
Yeah, but I would think the second start, maybe they would stretch that to 3.
Yeah.
60, 65 pitches, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't get into walk trouble. That was really what hurt him.
What was he clocking in at 85?
Yeah.
He really tops out at 85.
No. Probably like 88, 89.
Okay. Gotcha. But not hitting 90.
No.
No.
Maybe once in a blue moon.
But are you confident in the 2 innings, 1 earned run, or you could see Astros 2 innings, 6 earned runs?
No, I feel confident in the 2 innings, 1 earned run. Well, actually, no, because I feel like even if he does bad, they'll probably just keep him out there anyway, spring training. So, I don't know.
I mean, Alvarez is in the lineup. But other than that, it looks like all backups for the Astros.
Yeah, well, I guess that's good. So, yeah, give me the 2 innings, 1 earned run.
Okay.
I'd bet on that.
And we have the Yankees in action. Their game is at 1:05 and will be on the Yes Network. And the pitching matchup is Carlos Rodon, making his, I think, is it his second start of the?
I think so. He's 1-0, right?
2 2/3. Yeah. Okay. So second start of the spring here. So looking to build upon that. Taj Bradley making his spring debut for Tampa. And the Yankees going with a lineup that will feature, I would say, 7 out of the 9 position players expected to start on opening day. So this will be good to see that. You have DJ leading off at third, Soto in right, batting second, Judge batting third and center, Rizzo cleaning up, batting first at first base, Gleyber Torres batting fifth at second. You have Stanton batting sixth at DH, Verdugo seventh in left field, and then Luis Torrens at catcher, batting eighth. He has actually sitting 500, 1806 OPS, 2 home runs this spring. Oswald Peraza batting ninth at shortstop. So nice to see. You don't get it too much in spring training, the full lineup out there. And my thing, Tony, we've seen him make a couple hard outs. Let's see Stanton leave the building today.
Oh, yeah.
I think he needs that confidence-wise.
Do you think he will?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taj Bradley got hammered last year.
Oh, yeah, true. Can you bet on spring training games?
Yes. Yankees are minus 200, by the way.
Holy cow. So can you bet? You think there's a prop bet for Stanton?
Prop bet spring training?
Yeah, probably not.
If there was, Jay probably already took it. Anything
other
right, than dude. Smack talk in the comments.
No, dude, there's a lot of smack, dude. There's so much smack. It's all about the Yankees.
Kevdu's jealous.
Kevdu's jealous.
He's asking about championships.
Jealous,
how many championships is he seeing? How about that?
You were like 4 years old, bro.
Like, what were you, minus 40? Come on, Kev. I mean, just take it easy. You're not going to
Michael Buckta, don't fucking get it. Also, you can't like a New York and Boston team. You just can't do it. So that's how Domac must be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he says it right here. How does Domac go from the Yankees to the Eagles to the Celtics?
Wow.
When in reality, by the way, Buckta goes from Yankees to Penguins to I don't even know who's his football team.
Lakers.
Lakers, and then I don't know about football.
Yeah, I'm not sure about football.
So let's pump but you can't be just calling people out like that, and you're over here. Like, Yankees, Penguins over here. Come on, dude. Like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
So yeah, excited to see the spring roll on, and definitely we'll try to catch something from this game today. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle quick. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink wide. Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy. David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So a busy night in the National Hockey League.
That's right.
Yesterday. So what do you think too? I was just thinking about this. The picks, I mentioned how somehow, I feel like I edited them higher on the document. I mean, is it a thing where we'll just have to go back to it and run through the tape? I mean, what do you think here?
Oh, we could go back to run through the tape.
I mean, I could try to see. Let me just see something.
That would be a good way to do it.
Devils were the first team. I just don't get how it's just like deleted like this. It just doesn't.
I mean, I can probably tell you who I picked to win these games. Over under might be kind of a toss up for some of them.
You think the audit would take too long?
The audit right now would definitely it would be too much for the people, dude. It would be too much. I mean, right now, definitely hit Panthers in the over.
Oh, okay. So you want me to just write down what we have, and then you'll check the rest later, and we'll just edit it tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So we had Panthers in the so that's. Do you want me to write it down like the record, or just write down the picks? Probably, because then we gotta like of what you remember.
Yeah, let's do the picks.
So Panthers over.
Yeah.
And then you definitely had the Penguins, but I think you had the under.
I want to say, yeah. Well, Yeah, maybe we'll have to.
We
double
probably
check.
could just even really do this. I think you
Definitely
picked
had
the
Bruins in the under.
Okay.
Um,
You had the Blues. I know that.
yeah, Blues in the. Oh
Because
God,
I had the under. I feel like you had the over.
Blues in. Yeah, I went to Lapo.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Canadians and the Predators. I think you had the Predators, right?
Definitely Predators in the,
in the
over.
over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jets in the over.
Jets in the over.
Yeah, dude.
You definitely
Had
had the
Coyotes.
I think the
Under.
I think you did have the under. Yeah. Then you definitely picked the Kings,
Kings in the under.
and then you definitely had the Stars.
In the over.
So actually, we got it all set.
I think so. Yeah. I'll double check obviously after.
But we'll put it in for now. If we need to make any adjustments, we will. So I updated for me, and then we'll update for you now. But after yesterday, I went 9-9 somehow, 60-50 as we move along here. So still 10 over 500. All right, and then I'm gonna need your help here.
Okay.
So Panthers in the over,
2-0.
Penguins in the under,
3-1.
Bruins in the under,
4-2.
Blues in the over,
4-4.
Jets in the over.
I should double check the over under. I guess was it 6.5?
Of which game? This
Dude, it might have been 5.5, dude. No, 6.5.
Yeah.
So I say 4-4, right?
Yep.
And then what was the next one? Predators in the over.
Yep.
5-5.
Jets in the over.
6-6.
Coyotes in the under.
6-8.
And then Kings in the under.
8-9.
No, would it be 7-9? Because you were 6-8.
Oh, 7-9. Yeah, 7-9.
7-9. And then the
Stars in the over 9-9.
Is it 9-9?
Yeah, 7-9.
7-9.
Stars
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so we both did the same
Wow,
exact
that's crazy.
thing. All right, so that means you are 65 and 45. So still 65.
Oh,
right.
boy.
Easy does it. Yeah, no, that actually lines up. So we are good there. 5-game lead. Were you honestly kind of surprised we were able to do that?
Very actually, yeah. I thought it definitely had to, like, after the show, go check it and figure it out.
Yeah, and have it linger. So really looking at this, I know you had the Panthers in the over, so you hit on that game, but did expect the Devils to put up a better performance. But I think the whole thing is here. I'm sure they were a little jacked up, the coaching change, but the Panthers are just that good. It's amazing how Matthew Tkachuk went from, just scoring every game basically to like the ultimate distributor. No goals, but 3 assists.
Crazy.
Last night. And the Panthers keep on rolling 43-16. And I think you can pretty much say with a good amount of certainty here that the New Jersey Devils are going nowhere near the postseason.
Yeah, man. I mean, especially if they keep playing like this, the coaching change, obviously, there's probably going to be some time, for some growing pains, I think, with a new system and whatnot. And it's unfortunate that you change coach and play a team that's as hot as the Panthers, as good as the Panthers right now. But I mean, geez, dude. I mean, I guess you scored 3 on them, which is cool. I mean, come on. I mean, you have the talent to score. It's not that like you want to kind of like look like an actual team doing it. So I don't know. They have some work. If they do want to make the playoffs, they're gonna have to start to get hot. But I can't believe that
too many teams that climb over.
Exactly,
too far
dude. And I mean, one of the teams they would have to be up against, who they're going to play again, I believe. Oh, wait, no, that was the last time they played each other. But nonetheless, like you're competing against teams as good as the Panthers, who are ahead of you. So
yeah, you're done.
You're probably going to be done, Matthew Ryan.
Penguins probably not going to make the playoffs either, but they did win at home 5-3 over Columbus. I think we both saw that one coming.
Oh yeah.
So not really a surprise there. You had Evgeny Malkin with a goal and an assist. For Pittsburgh, Jari 33 or 36, so strong like he's been all season. And then you had Carter, Smith, Raquel, and Paul Javeri scoring for the Penguins. So kind of a mixed bag there as they pick up their 28th victory of the season. The Bruins with their 15th shootout overtime loss.
Kind of crazy.
I believe, and I will check this, but probably the only team in the league with more overtime shootout losses than regulation losses. And so 2-1 Oilers, Leon Draisaitl, the game winner in overtime.
Kind of crazy.
Skinner, 25 of 26 in net. Oilers now have more wins than the Bruins. I know it's tough for you to get there, Tony, but you feel yourself game by game gaining more respect for the Edmonton Oilers here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit. Great job from Skinner there. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that game was quite crazy. I think both teams were pretty neck and neck.
No scoring first two periods.
No scoring first two periods. I believe Draisaitl had the third period goal as well.
31st and 32nd.
And then even like you get some of the team stats there. I think they were both 0 for whatever on the power plays. So they both had good PKs. Goaltenders are on the same, like 26, 24 saves each. Skinner was looking good. So I mean, you got to appreciate that, I guess. But I think jury's still out, dude. Jury's still out.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Riley, if he was here, still would be playing it off, or now he's like, okay, like he would talk about the 5-on-5
5-5 in regulation, dude. Yeah. And I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like the Bruins maybe played down a little bit. They have been playing down recently. So I don't know. We'll see. Riley definitely be playing it off, though. Should be like, playing it off.
The Islanders keep their playoff hopes alive. Another victory here at home over the Blues, 4-2. And you had goals from Palmieri, his 19th, a name we haven't said much this year, Jean-Gabriel Pageau with his 8th. And then you also had Horvath, his 24th, and Matthew Barzal, an empty netter there, his 19th, to finish this one off. Sorokin, 19 of 21 in net for the Isles. And, obviously the Blues are one of those teams, on the outside looking in. But I think for the Islanders, they keep climbing up in this wild card race. Not only have they won 4 in a row, but all against quality opponents, all teams in the playoff conversation, Stars, Red Wings, Bruins, and Blues. So it seems like after a while and some adjusting that Patrick Waugh, his coaching system is doing well here with the Islanders. Yeah,
I mean, they have been heating up, 4th win in a row, I believe, for the Islanders against the Blues team too. That I know the Blues aren't a great team, but that's a team that's technically better than you. So I mean, you're playing up to your standards right now, I guess. And I guess Patrick Waugh maybe had a little bit of I think what he's done well recently with the Islanders is that they're kind of diversifying on how they can attack on the ice. And because of that, I think you're seeing players like Kyle Palmieri, end up getting goals. He had the hat trick, I think, 2 nights ago. I mentioned yesterday, probably not going to happen again, but here he is on the score sheet again. Bo Horvath too. I think he had like 6 shots on net. Netted the goal too. Noah Dobson, who had an assist, but still, he had another 6 shots on net too, which is a lot, I feel like, for him. So clearly the Islanders have been attacking in different points of the ice, trying to mix it up for teams, keep them guessing. And then, of course, it always helps too when the other team isn't scoring. So great job on defense and goaltending for them as well right now.
And would you say, obviously, they're not to the level of even anywhere close really of where the Rangers are, but almost a similar effect of Peter Laviolette, with the Rangers this year, getting the best players in the best positions. Same type of deal with Waugh and what he has to work with the Islanders in terms of the effect of the coaching change.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously that stands out as Waugh, played in the NHL, which is great, but also he's old school too. So he's the accountability, doesn't take any shit. You go out there, you earn every shift. So yeah, dude, I mean, that's definitely the mentality you want to put in the Islanders right there. And you want to look at them in terms of standings. I mean, 68 points here.
Top competitor for the wild card, 4 points out
dude.
Of the both wild card positions. And I'm telling you, Tony, I really think they're going to pass Tampa. I think Detroit will hang in there. Too. Tampa's not any good. I think you're going to see the Islanders in the playoffs. Flyers are in the top 3 of their divisions, so that's why they're not contending. If you go to wild card standings, it shows what the deal is.
But yeah, dude. I mean, and again, I mean, like Tampa Bay, Detroit. I mean, they're stuck at 72 points here. So
Yeah.
it could go. I mean, one of those teams drops off. I mean, you can easily bunny hop one of them. So.
And were you surprised last night? The Preds had won 7 in a row. We're at home, but lost in overtime to the Canadiens. Nick Suzuki with the game winner. Any thoughts there? Or just kind of one of those things, tight game, played down to the opponent and didn't get the job done.
Yeah, I think so. And you said Nick Suzuki. I mean, he's been their guy all year. It's been Caulfield and Suzuki all year. So I guess not surprised there. If you want to take a look at it in terms of the team stats, I mean, I guess the Predators did not have a lot of offense. Canadiens did. That's obviously something that isn't very common, I guess, in a game against the Canadiens, especially if you are the Predators. But I mean, good job for the Canadiens. Maybe St. Louis. There we go.
Yeah,
another theme.
But it's like next year they have to have a good season or he's done. I think.
I mean, they got to build around this Suzuki and Caulfield.
If they lose 10 out of 15 to close the season, he's probably gone.
Yeah, probably. And like now you have you got to help out Montembeault a little bit too, because he can be a starting goaltender. And like I said, you build around those two players, and you can have a competitive team right there. And it's been people forget, the Canadiens, I guess up until the last decade have been
one of the best teams in the whole league.
Yeah, forever.
Every year.
They have the most cups by far, and they've always been great. So I think there's, the pendulum's going to swing back around. The Canadiens will start to be competitive again for sure.
The Jets have had a really good year, but they did lose to the Kraken 4-3 yesterday. So the Kraken, after really slumping through most of this year, have really turned it on of late. So they pick up a win there to stay in the wild card hunt. But I mean, I don't think they're going to do anything, honestly. So, see what happens. But I think it's going to be tough in the West there to, what are they 6 points out right now? And there's a lot of quality teams there that could make a run.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks finally win again, 5-2 over the Coyotes. We both had picked the Coyotes in this one. It just seems like ever since the Ingram injury, they just have not been able to turn things around.
Yeah, I know. So tough too. And also at home, I feel like Arizona has done pretty well.
15-15 now because of the slide. And Ingram is back, but I guess for whatever reason, that time off, they just haven't been able to recover.
Yeah. And I guess, the Blackhawks got to win some games, right? Some of those.
Yeah, that's true. And usually a bad team is going to win a game against a mediocre team, yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
The Canucks, one of the best records in the league, 2-1 overtime Kings. Tony's personal favorite, JT Miller, with the game winner. I know it had to sting a little bit for your Kings, but JT, really the last couple of years has been, one of the more, I think, underrated, unheralded players in the league. I mean, you have the numbers right there. I mean, 84 points, 31 goals, 53 assists. Boy, it would be nice to have him in the Garden, but we know that's not happening.
No, it's not happening. And we had him in the Garden, and
the contract or the rebuilding, wasn't that the whole thing?
I believe he went to Tampa Bay in the trade with McDonough. Yes,
gotcha.
If memory serves me. And we got this guy called Vladislav Nemetsnikov, who was I think the 5th overall pick or something, highly and then bust, absolute bust, dude. Here we go. JT leading the Vancouver Canucks, one of the top teams in the West, top teams in the league here. Great game, honestly. Thatcher Demko too is another player. I feel like, you talk about him a couple of years ago. I mean, it's like he can't really be a team's goaltender. He's not leading you anywhere. But 23 saves last night, a .958 save percentage. So doing a great job in, kind of dealing with the shots that he faced, that there was not many. But I mean, you want to look at something that stands out to me in this game. Vancouver Canucks face-off win percentage, almost 65% of those face-offs they were winning. And you can honestly thank JT Miller there because he has a great face-off win percentage, the center there. So I mean, I don't know. The Kings got to be a little bit better here. I understand it's the Canucks, but I don't know. I think the Kings are a better team than this. Obviously playing a tough game, still taking it to overtime. I guess is good to get the point. But the Kings got to figure out a way to score, dude. I think that their drought recently has been pretty piss poor. And you can't just be relying on your goaltending now. You got to find ways to score and find the back of the net, especially against good teams too. You got to figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see what happens with them if they find their way into the playoffs. An insane game between the Stars and the Sharks, 7-6. Rube Hintz, Tony, the hero
go,
in
baby.
overtime. A game which we saw former Ranger great Anthony Duclair with 2 goals. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I expected there to be scoring in this one, but not 13 goals. Any concern here on Dallas's end or playing down to the opponent, not taking them seriously? Found a way to win. On to the next one.
Yeah, I think it's on to the next one. Found a way to win because it's just, one of those games that you really never see Oettinger have a game like this where he gives up 6 goals and on only 20 shot attempts too. So that's like probably one of the worst stat lines for goaltender I've seen this season. But again, like that's totally fine. Like I'm sure his players after the game, like, hey man, like this is why we're here. We pick you up when you have your off days. We scored, we won. Don't even worry about it. Yes, it's the Sharks, but I mean, this is never gonna happen again. Like it's not. So I'm not that worried. Are you worried?
No. I mean, obviously, I would like the Stars to lose in the first round. Boy, too bad Duclair wasn't a right winger. I feel like it would be a perfect time for a reunion. He's heating up recently.
Yeah, he has been heating up. So he's got, dude.
Which is this they don't show on here like we go no bio. Just go to bio for a second.
It may say in bio.
Oh, it says left wing, but I was just curious. You would actually probably know. Is he a lefty or a righty?
I think he is a lefty.
He is a lefty. Okay.
But let's double check here because
while you're looking that up, Heidi I-ho, Downtime TV from Tony's personal favorite, Ryan McNeil.
He shoots lefty.
He does shoot left. So good to have him in the mix. Kevin Du also asking Matty Ryan what place the Devils are in, which is obviously pretty funny.
That is funny, dude.
But yeah, so that what an exciting time in hockey. Trade deadline Friday. Still,
That's
I
right,
know
dude.
the media just doesn't cover it, the radio, but are you hearing any big names getting moved anywhere?
Honestly, no. I got to do a better job and do some research. Like you said, it's kind of tough. I almost like you forget because I feel like no one's talking about the trade deadline for hockey. So fucking bogus.
But
dude.
you know what? Tonight, there's a doubleheader on TNT. I'm gonna be tuned into both games. We're gonna talk about these in a second with the frenzy, and just see if they have any type of news regarding that. Who's the guy? Jeez. He's on the TNT coverage, and I guess he's really disliked, and he wasn't a good player. I don't know. There's this controversy. Maybe go hockey on TNT Wiki and it'll show you personalities.
Hockey on TNT what?
No, on Wikipedia. Wiki. Exactly.
Hockey on shit.
TYNT?
TNT.
And go down. Go down.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
Studio personalities.
Let's see. Studio personalities. Yes, Paul Bissonnette. What's the deal there?
Oh, you don't like him?
No, it's not me. I guess it's just I don't know. Was he not a good player?
He was played for Arizona. Definitely other teams too, but he was a bruiser, enforcer guy. Didn't play a ton, didn't score a lot, wasn't great. Started out doing Barstool, spitting chiclets. And honestly, I think he's a great on-air personality. I like him a lot. He's got tremendous insight too, and he's another, he's like one of those, he's a hockey player turned Barstool turned ESPN suit, so he kind of has that in between TNT, whatever, same deal. So he kind of has that chip on his shoulder where I don't really I'm not as polished as these guys. I tell it like it is. Former player, great analysis. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some people don't like him. People don't like his career. But come on, give me a break. The guy definitely brings some life to the studio here. So
yeah, and like I said,
I'm complaining about.
I'm gonna be locked in. So I'll keep an eye out. See what the deal is with the trades, this and that. But that being said, it is time for a hockey frenzy.
All right here. It is Wednesday, hump day, March 6th, around the National Hockey League. And like Brian said, we have a double header on TNT starting at 7 p.m. You know the deal. Toronto, the Maple Leafs, taking on the Buffalo Sabres. I'll say it again, the hot sauce. Toronto, minus 185 here at the Scotia Bank Arena. Over-under is at 6.5. Some nice Atlantic Division hockey action. These two teams in the last 5 games have each won 3 of their last 5, coming off a loss. The Sabres losing to Winnipeg 5-2. The Maple Leafs losing to Boston 4-1 here. What do you expect, Brian?
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, you try to like for instance, yesterday, you know, with the Islanders winning, you know, and then the other day with Columbus beating Vegas, you know, you try to do different things with the picks, but when I look at this game, I can't see Buffalo winning. I think Toronto will have no problem scoring, and I think this is going to go over. Austin Matthews, maybe a couple goals here, but give me Toronto 6-3.
I do kind of agree there. I'll say Toronto as well. Tickets low $74. Give me Toronto in the over. I think the Sabres could score. No. We're going to go under here.
Okay.
Give me the Maple Leafs 4-1. Good goaltending by the Maple Leafs. No scoring by the Sabres. Next game up, still on TNT, baby. The back-to-back, 9:30 now. We're going to be around, give or take a few minutes. The Colorado Avalanche will be taking on the Detroit Red Wings. I do appreciate this. The Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. The Avs, minus 200 on the money line. Over-under at 6.5. The point leaders from each team. Look at the disparity here. Dylan Larkin, 54 points. Nathan McKinnon, 105. Who has more offense, Brian? You tell me. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, and Detroit did win last time these two teams played. East-West Conference, so 2 matchups per year. Of course, this one in Colorado. Red Wings have lost their last 2. Avs have won 3 out of 4. And I just think, again, I don't want to do the chalks thing. But when I look at this, I just don't see Colorado losing to Detroit. I think they give them a battle. Again, I think it goes over. It looks like Dylan Larkin and Husso are out for this one, which is big for Detroit.
Huge.
Maybe that's why they've lost 2 in a row. But anyway, give me Colorado 5-4 in overtime.
Yeah, you can't argue that. I believe Larkin was out against the Panthers as well. Detroit went on to lose that game 5-0. And what do you know? Avalanche are coming off of a shutout against Chicago. So give me the Avs here, and I'm going to say the under. I say they win 4-2. Next game, final game, 10 p.m. We're going to Anaheim. The Mighty Ducks of Anaheim are taking on the Ottawa Senators at the beautiful Honda Center in Anaheim, California. Anaheim plus 145 on the money line. Over under is at 6.5. I feel like the Ducks plus 145 plus money here at home. I mean, like, they might be a favorite for here, right? Like, let's go, Brian. What do you got?
Oh, yes. Frankie Vetrano, Troy Terry, Tony. I love this. Give me the Ducks all day and twice on Sunday.
Love it.
And let's see, too. Ducks won 5-1 the last 2 times these teams played. Luckily, I'm mixing up a little bit over again, but I am going with the underdog Ducks, so at least it's not complete chalk. But give me Anaheim here. Let's go 7-5 over Ottawa.
All right, I do love that. Obviously, you love the Ducks here. Ottawa on the 4-game losing streak, too. I want to say this goes over. Yeah, give me the Ducks in the over. I think it'll be higher scoring from both sides. I say the Ducks win this game, though, 5-3.
And that is your hockey frenzy. And I'm just trying to think about things here. With the Rangers, Tony, if you had to say, and I'm not saying it's like something like that's like 80% or anything like that. But what would you say the chances of that? Like, who is the best player that you could possibly see the Rangers acquiring at the deadline? That it's even, you know, in the realm of possibility, like the biggest name you could give me that you think is out there.
The biggest name for the Rangers trade deadline. That's tough. I mean, again, like I want to hammer this third line center.
Who is that third line center?
Honestly, I think they're gonna get Adam Henrique.
Adam Henrique.
I really do.
Riley pissed.
Definitely gonna be pissed, dude. I'd love to see Adam Henrique's stats, like his last few games, just to see how he's still doing. Regardless, though, I mean, you want to bring in someone who is older, I feel. And he's been in the playoffs, 42 points in the season, 18 goals, 24 assists to get his last 5 games here. Vancouver, not much to show for, but against San Jose, a goal and 2 assists. Against the Devils, he had a goal, his former team. Nashville had an assist. I mean, what was that 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 points in the last 5 games? Like, that's exactly what you need. Like, that is exactly what you need.
Now, I'm just, I pulled up this random article, Blue Line Station.
Yeah. What do they say?
They're mentioning Frankie V.
Okay, Frankie V is great. He's a winger, though, from Anaheim, obviously. So,
teammate.
I mean, obviously, more points, probably, 29 goals, more goal scoring. So, I mean, if you could put, I guess, a trade package for both of them, that would solve your 2 problems, I guess. It's kind of like what Such was talking about, getting Buchnevich and Hayes. It's just different teams, just a different team,
Right. And I guess it's saying, so the deal is Rangers and Ducks have been in contact about him. He would be under team control for a whole other year, $3.65 million cap hit. But New York is not willing to move on from Capo Kakko, who's been asked about in some trade negotiations, and their 2024 draft pick. I understand like a first, but you're telling me you can't trade Kakko? I mean, Kakko in a Vetrano deal, like I'm not even like hesitating. You got to just rip off the Band-Aid.
Dude, it would have honestly though, but like Kakko is gonna be a good player. Like he is like right now. And if you're giving up Kakko, like it should be for Vetrano, it should be Henrique and maybe another pick or something else. And then that's it. Like it'd have to be like a pretty solid haul. But I would do it. I would potentially trade Kakko. But yeah, it's Kakko by himself for Henrique Vetrano.
Well, I mean, Kakko, but then you have to give like mid-round draft picks. Definitely.
Do I really have to?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
The production, I mean, it's completely 2 different things here.
Yeah, but like Henrique isn't going to be around much longer.
But V you would get for next season, Frankie V.
Yeah, exactly. Frankie V that's great, but
Kakko, I don't care if he's around for 10 years. If he's going to be the mediocre player that he's been since we drafted him number 1 overall, I don't want him.
No, he's going to be. I'm telling you, dude.
So what's realistic?
Yeah.
Not shooting for the stars. Best case scenario for Kakko, fully healthy next season, full amount of games
With the Rangers, you're saying?
Yeah.
Full amount of games and only 11 points in the season. I mean, listen, the injury was tough. We know about the knee. Come on, it's nothing to really be sneezing at. I think he can easily be, like a 28 and 35 like goals and assists there. Definitely.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
But there isn't a part of you too, though, that like I know you're thinking that, but then again, like, don't we want to just capitalize in this year? And isn't
no? I'm saying I would do it, but I'm not giving up really anything else.
You're not gonna give up a 4th with Kakko, 4th round pick
for Vetrano, Henrique.
Well, I mean, if you're getting Vetrano and Henrique, you're gonna have to give him a 1st rounder with Kakko.
That's.
Well, no, but I mean, what are you expecting?
Dude.
You really think Kakko's
I'll give it the 4th rounder. Yes, I do. Kakko should be pulling a lot.
Both of those guys.
Yes.
I can understand if you're saying one of them, but not both, Tony. That's ridiculous.
Kakko is future. Like he is the future, dude. I'm telling you.
But is he not like one of the biggest busts in the last 5 to 10 years? I mean,
listen, you
picked over Jack Hughes.
Yeah. You trade him to the Ducks, Zegras, Terry, Kakko next year. Dude, come on.
He just won't let it go.
I'm telling you right now.
He just won't let it go.
Dude, Henrique is what, like 35? Even Frankie V is turning 30.
And according to you, I mean,
yeah, no, exactly. But no, he is right now.
Yeah.
But again, you're getting a couple of years out of both those guys, If that, and I guarantee you next year, they both are going to suck. Like, this is the time to strike hot with them. Yes. And you give him Kakko to get them. And I guarantee you that's probably the last time look at it. We already moved on from Vetrano once before. You know?
Right.
So,
trade deadline approaching. We'll have to see. Also, this article mentions Anthony Duclair and Vladimir Tarasenko. So it seems like the common theme here is guys who have been Rangers before.
Right. Which is kind of crazy because you think about that whole rebuild and us having these players before.
Well, really, it's just too clear. I mean, Tarasenko obviously on the team last
Right,
year.
Tarasenko, quick move. Even Frankie V, a couple years out.
Right.
But still, it's like kind of crazy how these players are going off to have still be really good. I just think it is very indicative on what impact Laviolette had on the team, which is great. Tarasenko, I wouldn't mind. Tarasenko, I've heard talks of. I think he's someone who also wants to come back and prove himself in New York.
I think he
I think he really
off.
wants to,
Like,
and I mean,
really
he
needs to
would
do
go off for sure. But I don't know, dude. I mean,
You can't give up Kako for him.
I think because just like with Frankie V too, it's like I don't know.
Who would you rather have, Frankie V or Tarasenko?
You know Tarasenko's numbers right now?
No, but I know Frankie V is definitely outproducing.
Definitely outproducing him, but well, not that far off. And I would lean Tarasenko. I mean, he has the cup experience.
Yeah, and he's actually younger
St.
than
Louis.
I thought. Not that he's young, but I thought he was like 36.
Yeah.
32 years old. So, and then the article also mentions Alex Wenberg, level of tightness 1 to 10 if the Rangers pick up Wenberg and give up a top, like a 4th round pick.
See, out of all these guys, that's the least guy that I want, I feel.
Like
why?
Please, dear God, like you'd rather have the Rangers do nothing than pick up Alex Wenberg.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Unless it was for, small grades.
6th round pick or something, or Barkley Goudreau.
I wouldn't even give up Goudreau for him, honestly, dudes.
I thought you hate Goudreau.
I mean,
I guess not to cut you off, but Sam Rosen was talking about it. I guess it's pronounced Goudreau.
Goudreau.
And then it's Johnny Goudreau. So it's Goudreau and Goudreau.
Goudreau.
Yeah.
Spelling. Dude.
Yeah, he just mentioned that. But I thought you just can't stand him.
I really can't. I mean, he sucks. He sucked the whole year, I feel. Because Wenberg, like, I don't know. That guy's like, why do we even want him to begin with, dude?
Yeah. No,
maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
And a little one-liner here from Matthew Gabriel at Kev Taylor. If the Mets get Soto, I'll swan dive off the Brooklyn Bridge and we can vlog it. LOL.
I mean, it's in writing now, so he's got to figure it out. I mean, hopefully,
nothing to figure out.
Hopefully.
Crazy how that it was ever even a conversation. But yeah, I mean that's really where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that we don't have any Rangers hockey to watch till the weekend.
I know.
But the trade deadline will be exciting, and I'm definitely going to key in tonight regarding the TNT coverage.
Yeah, we got to
see if we have any bites in terms of who's going to be going.
They're definitely going to be talking about it too.
So
huge slate tomorrow.
Decent Friday slate.
Not bad.
That's
4 games.
Tight one.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see. I was thinking about Goudreau or Goudreau.
Goudreau. Pardon.
And I was trying to because I asked you this before, and I know for hockey relative, like he was given like a decent deal. And who's Austin Schoenberg? What's up, guys? How's it going?
Must be from live.
Chat?
Must be from chat. What's up? Good, dude.
Good
how are you, man?
Yeah.
Josh be laughing his ass off at Kev Do, by the way. Well, at him for Kev Do.
So Barkley Goudreau, 8 points in 60 games this year.
Not good.
Okay, but I guess he's had like better production in the past, but still, only double-digit goal seasons were with the Rangers. So what I was asking is, how did we get to the point where we gave him like relative for hockey, like a decent deal? Is it just because, he's on the Lightning, he's won before, we want that type of ingredient on our team? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think he came in with that JT Miller trade with the Nemetsakov, Goudreau. Let's see, salary.
Okay,
$5.1 million, dude. Vastly overpaying for someone like that, dude.
I to be honest, and this is just me being like a hockey newbie. The fact that like he's never involved in scoring, I thought he was a defenseman, Tony.
Oh my God, really?
Is he on the third line, fourth line?
He's a fourth liner.
He's
with Edstrom and Urson. Not Urson.
There's no way we could
Rempe
move him.
It's a lot of money to move.
Yeah, retention.
Oh.
But has he had any stretches since he's been a Ranger where you were like, I I mean,
no, he's gritty. That's really about it.
yeah. So yeah, we'll have to see. But just thought that was interesting. So that being said, I mean, another great show today.
Oh,
so
yeah,
many
dude.
people commenting,
Love the engagement.
joining us from all the platforms, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube. So tons of people watching this entire show. Which we love to see, and we encourage everybody to comment, to like, to subscribe, to call in as well. And we encourage everybody to check out all the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, merch, downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.